Well. Welcome to another episode of SKST Radio. And today I have a special treat. We're doing Girl Talk for International Women's Day. And I have a very dear friend of mine. I've been knowing her for over 3 years now. And you guys know her as Cocoa Butter, but I know her as
That's
Tonya.
me.
Welcome, baby. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here, girly girl. Oh, you look all gorgeous and stuff. What's
You're
going on with you?
Congratulations on SKST Radio. I am so proud of
Oh,
you.
well, thank you.
I'm so sincere when I say
Oh,
that.
thank you. I appreciate it.
Mhm.
Well, look, you guys, y'all know this voice, right? Yeah. So she's on radio. Tell people who you are and what you do.
Okay, well, I am Cocoa Butter on Praise 104 now. Praise 1049 now, Praise Radio. Started off on 103 Jams many moons ago. Uh, yeah, worked with Steve Harvey on 95.7 R&B and a number of other radio stations in between.
Okay, nice. And she has that voice, right? She just has that radio sexy voice. This girl. Well, this lady is doing phenomenal things in the community, and I'm always watching. You know me, and so unfortunately, I can't be out there all the time because I'm always here. But I do see what you're doing, and I am so proud of you. So proud of you.
Thank you. Coming from you, that is quite the compliment because
Well-
you're the one.
Well, let me see. When we first got together, you came in and we were working on my book.
That's right.
So when you
At
hear
that mall that's gone now.
in the mall that's gone now in
Mhm.
military, that's
Mhm.
right. So then also Cammie's Closet. So when you hear my
Yes.
commercial, that's the voice that you hear on my
I
commercial.
didn't know you were still running that.
I'm still running, baby.
Great.
We got Cammie's Closet, baby. We got to keep
Yes.
running it. So yes, thank you so much for
Awesome.
that. So yes, so now we're here celebrating her new book.
Yes.
Tell people about your book.
My new book is called Hi, I'm Your Heart, and I Go
Aw.
Thump. And it was written for the little girl who's in the background making the noise that I asked her to be quiet about. My granddaughter, Leilani, she was born, it's going on, her birthday is this March 21st.
Okay.
And she'll be 6. And this book took so long. I already had it scripted and everything, but then to get it looking this good, I have to shout out Deborah Fry
Okay.
of Juke Publishing. She helped me finally get it out there. Deborah Jennifer Fry of Juke Publishing. I love you, sis. I love you to life.
No, this is great. Great. Look at that. That's her famous picture with the trumpet. I love it.
Yeah, that's gonna be my logo once I get everything going and everything. But yeah, so it's basically for children ages 6 to 12. And it's basically wanting to get them interested in their bodies, hopefully to spawn an interest in a career in medicine, in biology, in the heart, the brain, anything a part of the body, whether they are a nurse, a pediatrician, anything in the medical field, because we need to get the next generation. Actually, her generation is the next generation after the next generation.
Yeah, exactly.
Interested in these things. They don't do it in schools like talking about. So I just want to help the schools instead of always criticizing our education system. Why not help
Do
them
something
out?
positive and help them. That's wonderful. So how did you come up with this idea? You just woke up one day, God gave it to you, and you just took it, or how did that work?
Well, when she was born, she made me a grandma. She was the one who made me a grandma. She also has a little brother, and I've got to write a book for him too because I don't want him to feel left out. But it to become a grandmother, a lot of women are like, "Oh no, I'm too young to be a grandmother. Oh no, and then don't call me grandma, call me whatever name they want to call them." I felt like this was my life calling to be a grandmother because you have to have patience. You have to fill in where the parents might not fill in. And so it was, she's really my heart, and she was born 1 year before my mom passed.
Okay.
She was born in 2018. My mom passed in 2019. And that was my heart as well. And of course, her father, who was my son, is my heart. So all of this intertwined just was like the heart.
Yeah.
And it's not only a physical thing, it's a spiritual thing. When we internalize our emotions, whether they're good or bad, it affects the heart, and people don't understand that. That's why I think it says in the Bible, the joy of the Lord is my strength.
Mhm.
So we have to stay. I know you're not going to stay happy and joyous all the
The whole
time.
Yeah.
Of course, life is just like a heartbeat. You have your ups and your downs.
Yeah.
That's literally on the monitor when they're monitoring your heart, and that's living, that's life. But we strengthen our heart when we have more joy.
Mhm.
And when we get down, we have to figure out a way to come back. But that is living, the peaks and the valleys, the peaks and the valleys, the peaks and the valleys. And we don't want to stay in the valley too long, right? Because it will affect you physically.
And you flatline.
Exactly, that's it.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing.
And if you notice on the heart, and shout out to Israel, who is the illustrator, Israel Akinaloye. He's from Africa, and yeah, it's all the way through the book. The heartbeat is all the way through the book.
Oh, that's so cute.
And then at the back of it, there is a fill in the blank and a word search for the children.
Oh, look at that pretty picture.
I'm going to show it to you. So yeah.
Oh, look at this. Look at this illustration. That's really cool. Word search.
Right, because it's for ages 6 to 12. So they're just starting to learn their alphabet and how to put letters. I noticed her. She's in kindergarten now. She's putting the she's putting the letters together. So hopefully this adds to it. And the picture you were talking about is me and her in the back.
Oh, that's so sweet. Look at that.
And this, she's holding a stethoscope.
Oh, wow. I love it.
And she's monitoring her teddy bear's heart. So I just want the children, this is too young for them to, some do know what they want to be when they grow up, but the majority of them don't. And I'm hoping that this book will help guide them into whatever field in the medical field that they are attracted to, or they're magnetized to go into.
Well, so this is the age to start it, because when we were growing up, there were Barbie dolls and there were soldiers.
Yeah, exactly.
There were cooking sets, and then there were fast cars.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
doll houses.
Exactly. So they instilled that in us at a young age. So this is the time. So they will get it, because look how fast Barbie is. I mean, Barbie is like still number one, but you know why? Because it was our generation, and they kept that going. They kept instilling it in our hearts and our lives, and so that's all we know. I was looking at an episode of Twilight Zone, and it was the Christmas one with Art Carney, and the little girl said, "Oh, Santa, can you please give me a dolly? Can you?" And the little boy said, "Can you give me a toy soldier?" And the little girl, and can you give me a dollhouse? The same stuff. That's all we knew, right? So we were conditioned to be the caregiver. We were conditioned, and the man was conditioned to be the breadwinner. I mean, so this is it. This is a different way of doing it. That's perfect. Oh, got a ring there. Sorry about that.
And the one I remember was the operation toy, where if you touch the sides,
that too.
The light would go off and it would buzz, but you try to get the little body parts out without touching the sides.
See?
Yeah, operation.
And then that's you still can buy that too. I've seen that.
Yeah,
not too long ago.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you can get that on Amazon.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
See, that's a good little.
And I think
gift packet.
Her birthday's coming up.
See, that's a good little gift packet.
Yes, ma'am. Her birthday's coming up. I ain't even think of it myself.
Now, see, there we go. So now tell people, what are you doing in the community now? You got so much going on. So you got your book. Now what else are you doing?
Well, again, I'm on Praise Radio 104.9 and 92.5 on the FM dial. And I myself have a show Saturday nights at 10 p.m. called Cocoa Butter is On.
Okay.
And what that show is about African and Caribbean gospel music that I want to open the door to these artists that over here in the States have never heard of.
Oh, wow.
They're slowly but surely coming out, because some of them won Grammys this year.
Oh, wow.
So I love our music. I love our music over here too. at the same time, that African beat and that Caribbean.
Is it? What is it called? It's not Afro beats.
It's
something like
it is
Afrobeats.
Afro beats, but gospel.
I love it.
And I love it too. So that's what I'm doing as far as trying to open up a brand new door, which has really been open, but in this area doesn't seem to they're catching on slowly but surely.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to promote other women like you. I want to get us out there. And what I love about what I'm seeing on social media is all the women and their accomplishments, like you with SKST Radio, like Deborah Fry with her publishing company, Juke Publishing Company. And hopefully you'll have me back because I will have my own publishing company before the end of this month.
So we got a couple of people doing books around here, don't we? Yeah.
Okay.
So wonderful.
Yes.
That's good to know.
Thank you. There's so many other women I want to shout out. I should have had a list, but Hope Cherie and Dose of Hope Radio. So many others, and please don't slight me if I don't call you. Next time I come back, I will have a list if she has me back.
Oh, absolutely. But Candace, don't forget Candace.
Oh
my God, that's our girl.
My girl Candace Alexander with
Candace.
Intense Fire Fitness.
Baby.
Come on, hello, Candace. Oh, thank you so much.
Oh yeah,
for remembering.
That's my girl.
Yes, that's my sister. Oh my goodness. But I am so proud of us as if it were me. I'm serious. See, those Real Housewives and those the reality shows and all that stuff, they show such a negative side of us.
What we do.
Yeah, and fighting and fussing and arguing. I'm embarrassed for the other world to see us like that, thinking that
that's it. This is American women. That's what they do. You know.
No.
Yeah.
So I feel like Virginia should put a twist on that with people like you bringing us together and letting people know, no, we have each other's back. And even when because, like, again, life is ups and downs. But even when we're in that valley, we know how to love each other out back to the top.
Yeah.
Not fuss and fight and argue and
stepping on.
Yeah.
It's just not. Time is out for that. And people have not realized, we're at our inner days. And you know what? If you don't get up and step up to the plate, you're never going to get there. So if you don't show people who you really are, your true heart, you're never going to get that opportunity.
Your true heart.
Your true heart. I love it. I love it. You won't get that opportunity, and that's my thing. International Women's Month. It's a day, but I make it the whole entire month.
It's the month.
It's a month. Yeah, we can't do it all in one day.
Exactly.
You can't do it all in one day.
Oh, and Tanita Brinkley, who does taxes.
Oh yeah, no, Tanita. I love my girl Tanita. And so, at the end of the day, we got to stick together.
We have to. We have to step up to the plate, like you just said, and we have to show the world that we're bigger than, that low energy stuff, that low vibration. Our frequency is higher than that, and the frequent, they when a heart stops, they have to use electricity to get it back, and we are that electricity to get the true womanhood back. Because guess what? My grandchildren's generation, they're watching us. These children are watching social media. I mean, the reels, the little short reels that I didn't even know were there, she's on them all the time. If we don't combat that with positivity, they're going to think it's like that.
That's what way life's supposed to be.
Right.
And it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to get misused, mistreated, to be called this, to be called that. And that's all they know because that's all they see.
Right.
So yeah, you're right. We have to open up the doors and let them know, hey, it's more to life than just
That's
this.
right. We can change the reality. We are the reality. We are the reality. So we can make it what we want it to be. And like I said, I want to shout out. When I say I'm so proud to see people like you and the ones we've called before and the other ones who I'm going to make a list. When I say I'm proud of us, because it inspires me. I take
Likewise.
I take it to heart that we can come together, lift each other up. I cannot forget Queen Claudine of Dream Girl Real Estate.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Jemilyn of poolside cooking. They're starting to come to
and
me.
T. Don't forget T. Golson. Don't
Yeah.
forget Tonya. That's my
yeah.
girl.
Come on now.
She'll be here too.
Shout out to her.
Yes.
Shout out to those who I haven't said.
Dr. D.
Charge it to my brain and not my heart, because I'm so proud of y'all. When I say I'm proud of y'all, like I'm proud of me, because to me, we are together. We're one. Yeah. So looking at you, I'm looking at myself. I'm looking in the mirror. And when you rise, I rise.
Yeah, we all rise together. I saw the Claudine's event, and I recently met her at the mall. She was showing real estate to the lady on TV.
Yes. Please forgive us.
I know, but I love her. I love her to death. She's so sweet.
April Woodard.
So she introduced me to April. And I saw April not too long ago at an event, and she remembered me, and I'm like, hey,
don't forget you.
Yeah, so she's just the sweetest thing. And so I appreciate my connections, because I'm not from here, right? So I count on you ladies to introduce me to the other ladies. And Tawana actually introduced me to Gentleman. Yes. And so I follow her poolside,
Poolside cooking.
Boy, let me tell you.
Yes.
Let me tell you, the girl's got it going on.
Let me tell you something. When Queen Claudine of Dream Girl Real Estates put that together, it was about health and awareness. And she dropped so many jewels on it's the weight that we're gaining, it's gut, it's everything we put in our mouth. Now, you can exercise, that's good, but it's not the exercise, it's what we're putting in our mouth. And she brought that home. Excuse me. Shh.
Baby in the studio.
Yeah, the one who I wrote this book about. But and you know what? Thank you for allowing me to bring her here, because this is the type of setting she needs to get used to, learning how to calm it down and bring it down. But back to Queen Claudine, she and Jimmerlin, they put that thing together. She gave out gifts that I know cost a pretty penny.
Wow.
She gave out gifts. Everybody got a gift. And it wasn't about that, though, because that's just her heart.
Yeah.
It was about letting us know little things about what we should eat, how we should eat, how we need to drink water, how we need to take that salt out. We really need to take a look. My weakness is potatoes, any kind of potato chip, potato salad, baked potato, sweet potato. I love me some potatoes, but they break down into sugar. Potatoes and bread, all carbs. Any carb will break down into sugar. That's why you've got to drink this. So Claudine cared enough to bring that home to the women, because, and the men too, all of us are under a stressful system. The system that we live here in America, the States rather. Yeah. And we have got to combat it by making our immune system stronger. And the way to do that is to eat more healthy.
Right.
And I want to thank Queen Claudine for bringing us together and bringing that home.
It seemed like it was a great event. Like I said, I saw the reels, and I'm like, oh, I can't beat her, but they having fun, so that's good. So I reshared it, because I wanted everybody to see what was going on, because it was great. Like you said, it was a combination of health, getting people together, networking, fun. And so that's what I saw in the video. And I'm like, oh, I know all these ladies. Look, let me hear.
My Lyra Green. She's she does social service work, and she's just really into helping people mentally. So shout out to my Lyra Green. It's so many. And that's why I pray you will have me back, because I'm going to have my list of all the women with you being at the top.
We're going to start off with the shout out list. That way, make sure we got everybody.
Because it's Women's History Month, and it's about us.
That's right.
And men, we love you. We are not taking anything away from you. Because without you, we wouldn't be here. That's right. We all have a mother and father.
Right,
okay.
Right. But they have to put up with us. So.
Oh, and we thank you all for putting up with us. And real quick, I don't mean to take over like this, but that was another thing that Queen Claudine touched on about our emotions and how men think we're just acting like, oh, she's just using that as an excuse. No, it's what we eat that makes us crazy or makes us act crazy because it affects the brain and the heart, what we eat, the sugars, the salts, the carbs that break down into sugars. So men, please understand, we're not trying to give you a hard time. It's what we're all eating, what we're putting into our gut.
Wow.
Thank you, Queen Claudine, for bringing that home.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that sounds amazing.
But she's
and I hope she's going to have another one.
Yeah,
hope,
she didn't say she was, but we're gonna.
Yeah, we got to get her to have another one.
Yeah, it's because it was really, it was awesome. It was awesome. That Jimlin had it at her facility. Mm-hmm. That's a Black-owned company.
Baby.
Okay, Poolside Cooking, owned by a woman. You know.
Yeah, and she's actually on the TV. She's Poolside Cooking is nationally now.
Yes,
because she's on a lot of different stations. And so you guys please support her because she is doing it and she's sweet, a sweetie pie. That's the thing.
That's the
not
thing.
Up nose, not up in the air or anything like that. She's just a sweetie pie.
You don't mind shouting these women out because they don't act snooty. But even if they did act snooty, I would shout them out because you just never know you never know the shoes that these people, their background, where they're coming from and why they act the way they do. And that's where my Lyra Green kind of comes in because she tells you if you're having some sort of disagreement, if you and I were having an disagreement, when you're talking to me, am I listening to you or am I preparing to answer? Because so I'm in my head really listening to my own thoughts of how I'm going to come back at you. And then so you would see if I'm listening by saying, now you tell me what I just said in your own words. Tell me back what I just said. And then if it's misinterpreted, say, yeah, I might have said that, but that's not the way. We don't take we don't take the time out to communicate. And that's where my lyric, I wish I could get all the women that I knew like the ones that we've named together. And that wish is going to come true because I love y'all. I love what you're doing. When I met you, you were at the beginning stages of doing this. And look at you now. So kudos to you.
Well,
Congratulations from the bottom of my heart. You're an inspiration.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Well, you know what? It's God and it's these guys. All these guys here. The guy in Texas, they made it possible. And so I'm not by myself. I mean,
so men, we love you.
We love you.
Okay. Behind the scenes and in front.
And the wives behind the scenes that's helping the guys.
Right.
They sisters and family members too.
Okay.
And they make it, it's a unity. It's amazing how I think T. Nice said to me one day, he said, God's gonna send the people your way who sees your vision. And he said that, and when he said that, it just seemed like it starts snowballing. It's kind of like, because I'm real protective, I'm real, don't open up. And next thing you know, some little guy with a hat on his head come knocking through the door. And, it's just amazing. But I met him through someone in Dallas.
Wow.
And he's here. But I met him through my family member in Dallas. And he sent him this way. And it was just amazing.
So he moved here?
No. My cousin in Dallas.
Okay. Knew him here.
Gotcha. And said, you need to meet this guy.
Wow.
And so that's how I met Dr. Ron Smith.
Thank you,
Dr. Ron Smith has a show on SKST radio.
Okay.
And it's a financial show. And he teaches us the talk that he didn't have when he was a kid. And so I'm like over here engineering his show, writing notes, and things like that, because what he's saying is a lot of knowledge, like you're doing with your book. He's doing the same thing with our young generation in college and things like that. So, and he's working on a book, and that's who I was talking about.
Okay,
so he has a book coming out pretty
soon.
Now,
what time does he come? When does he come on?
Now he is on Tuesdays at 7:00.
Okay.
Well, actually 6:00, I believe. 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
On Tuesdays at 6:00, and then he replays, and of course he's on our radio platforms as well. So
there's one other lady. She's coming to mind. She runs the Hope Fountain. It's for the homeless, and her name, God, oh my God, is Hope. The Hope Center. Please forgive me. So
I feel like I know that name.
Yeah.
I think she was at the event, my Black History event.
She probably was.
With a lot of toys for the kids.
She doesn't call them homeless. She calls them her guests.
Yes. So she did. She came to the Black History event, and I don't remember her name, but I met her through
Please
Mr. Brown.
Us. Oh, I
met her through
W.C. Brown. He's out in them streets.
Boy.
He know everybody. I'm hoping that before we end, her name will come to my mind, and I hate that. But she is so beautiful inside and out. This woman, and that's another thing about all of us, really, we suffered some losses. Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, I believe she lost her sister the same year I lost my mother in 2019. And she continued to be there for the homeless. Mm-hmm. And I love the fact that, she had Regina Mobley come out when I first met her. And they did a TV interview with her. Mm-hmm. I just love the fact that even through our own crisis, even through our own issues, we don't let it stop us from getting done what needs to be done. Yeah. So kudos to the Hope Center, the Hope Foundation. Oh my goodness!
And if we don't figure that name out by the end of the show, we'll get it and we'll post it.
Yeah, my granddaughter has my phone back there, and if I had my phone, I could look it up real quick. But yeah, and it's so many other women, and it's so many.
Yeah,
and it's a good thing, And I've got some ideas, like I said, that I hope that I can get some sponsors to back me to put together a reality show of our ups and our downs, of our living, that boom, 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 boom. When we're in the valley, how do we act towards each other?
Right.
If you've done something to offend me, am I just going to completely ignore you? I ain't going to lie. For a minute, I have to. Because I got to get my feelings together, get out of my feelings, and then come and address you. But then try not to take it personal that I'm not talking to you right now. But I eventually will come back to you. We see that in families. So now if we see that in a family, on the outside of the family, it's going to be
something stronger.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, people, like you said, you're going back to the listening part, right? Mm-hmm. 9 chances out of 10, a person is really not listening to the other person.
Exactly.
And so you had that dead on, because I see this all the time, and I do it. I'm guilty of it.
Me too.
If you're telling me something I don't want to hear, I've already blocked you out because I ain't trying to hear it. I'm upset right now,
exactly.
And I don't want to hear it. Mm-hmm. Now you might be right, and I'm gonna go back and apologize. Mm-hmm. Exactly. But at that time,
right,
I'm like, no, I want to get this out because I'm angry at this person right now.
Right.
And then after that person won't ever know I'm angry. And I'm sorry you had to see me this way, but it just makes me mad when people do stuff that they really know they're wrong. They know they're doing wrong, and they think they can get away with it. And because you're so nice and you're so sweet that you can take advantage of my kindness. And that's the part that really, really get me. That really gets, that's the one pet peeve that I have. You might not see it right then and there,
yeah, right.
But my family have to see it because they around me,
right? And
so, but you're right. You're 100% right, because that person could be right in saying everything that they're saying, but when you got those blinders on, you're not trying to hear.
No,
I'm not trying to hear what you're saying. But if we took that off, I feel like I can make myself a better person if I stop that. If I be mindful. Hey. Be mindful of what you're doing. Listen. Take that extra second to listen to that person.
Really
just,
listen.
Yeah, just cut yourself off. Forget your emotions, drop them out of the hat right now, and just listen to what this person is trying to say. And it could be bad. It could be, not what we want, but it is what it is.
What is this? Oh, this is her. Yes, the Hope Foundation. I want her name. Where's her name? Where is her name? Oh my good. Oh, fine. Okay, wait. I need her name.
Regina Darren.
Regina.
And I said Regina Mobley, and I forgot they have the same first name. But I don't think it's Darren. But you're right. It is Regina. Where is? Okay, hold on. excuse us, y'all, because we have to shout this lady out because she
I-
is wonderful.
Let me tell you what she did at the Black History event. So she came in and she had tons of toys. And the family, I don't know if y'all heard about the family that house burned down. So they came to the Black History event, and that family was able to get toys for the kids. And she had the toys she just was giving them away for Black History, brand new toys for the kids. And I never met her, and but to meet her and for her to be at my event doing this wonderful thing, giving away toys, she was phenomenal.
And here's her beautiful picture, Regina Darden. Shout out Regina Darden. I don't know if I can blow this up. Here she is. Here she is. I don't know if you can zoom in on here. You hold it. Oh, it just disappeared. Anyway, Regina
Darden.
Darden. I didn't know she had paraphernalia for sale and stuff like that. Now I've got to go up there and support like that because I love, different kinds of clothes, like your t-shirt. I hope I can get something close to that from you.
Oh yeah, you got a Girl Talk t-shirt coming.
Oh, yippee!
That I designed with my AI.
Come on now. Okay, so you really do. I've seen your AI. Did you design the AI?
Yes.
You better go.
So
girl.
I am doing books. I just finished my book, and now I'm working on another client's book. And so,
see what I'm talking about? See what I mean?
So now I'm customizing the AI. I'm getting your name, putting on the graphics and things. And when you see the office, when you actually see the corporate office that we have now, you'll see like on the side of the door, I got like Dr. Run's office, I got Kemi's office, and
wow,
it's so cool that you can see
cool.
all the stuff that we've been accomplishing. And then the AI t-shirts. I mean, our new t-shirts this year are made with the AI graphics.
I can hear her humming in the background. But you know what? Like I said, I'm so grateful to the Most High to be living at this moment, to see, us waking up and coming back together and accomplishing and being accomplished. The one thing about this book, Hi, I'm Your Heart and I Go Thump, is that one thing we must guard our heart. And there's some biblicals. Do me a favor and just research what Jesus said about the heart, what's going on in the Bible about the heart. The heart is very important because, like I said in the beginning, if we're stuck in the valley, you don't want to flatline in the valley. Yeah. You want to find a way to come back up. But just know you're going to have those valleys. While you're down there in that valley, learn
there you go
how to come back up. And take time off. Take a day off because you may be a little sad or depressed, or especially if you've lost a loved one or a pet or a friend. Now that's Deborah Fry's specialty. That is Deborah Fry's specialty. Oh my God, can she have a hug? Can have a hug. She has to come over and be with Grandma. This is who I wrote the book about. Mwah. All right. Is that okay? She just wants to see herself on TV. Okay, now be careful. My heart.
See, grandbaby.
But take care of your heart.
Yes.
Physically and spiritually. That's all I want to say is take care of your heart. If you're down, reach out to someone. And Deborah Fry is a good person to reach out to because that's her specialty. That's her ministry. And when I said ministry, okay, Praneek James, Dr. Praneek James, her ministry is hair, taking care of your hair. The one who does my hair is Denise from Donati Roots. Shout out to Denise.
Donati Roots.
Yes, Denise, Donati Roots. And like I said, I could go on, and I don't want to skip out on anyone, but these names are coming to my mind as I'm speaking. But Cammie, I wish I would have thought to have bought you a gift. So I'm just going to give this to you as a gift.
Oh, well,
because I didn't really bring what I would like to bring to you. I
appreciate this.
And you can, give it to you.
I need an autograph though.
Okay. And again, this was published by Juke Publishing, Deborah Juniper Fry. And she's so sweet and kind that she's allowing me to put it under my own publishing company.
Oh, good.
You see how this is what real love is.
Yeah.
So she allowed me to bring my dream to reality,
Mhm.
and now she's giving it to me to run with it. And that just is so special.
You know what? You can't beat that. You can't
So
beat
special.
That. Boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
Boom.
I like that.
Boom, boom. I love it. I love it.
Girl, don't let me. I'm going to make a jingle.
There you go.
I'm going to make a jingle
There you
because
go.
of you. You're going to have to be on it
Okay.
because you're the one who gave me the idea.
All right.
I'm so serious. Get ready.
You know, when you get those jewels, honey, Ron's wife, she is the creator of Pee Wee Podcast, and she didn't even know it. You know, she just came and started taking pictures of the grandbabies in the studios. And I looked at those pictures and I'm like, we need to do Pee Wee Podcast. So I wrote a book about it.
Come on
I
now.
sure did. And guess who inspired me? Dr. Ron's wife.
Come on, Dr. Ron's wife. What's her name?
Deborah.
Another Deborah.
Smith. Deborah Smith.
Well, shout out to Miss Deborah of the Pee Wee Podcast because that's my
our-
heart.
That's
the
our baby.
children.
That's
Yes.
our baby. That's our
Because
baby.
they're the next generation and we've got to show them what it's supposed to be like,
Mhm.
not what they trying to tell us it's going
Supposed
to
to
be like.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
time
Exactly.
out for that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, getting them ready for this world.
Well, tell people how they can get in contact with you.
They can email me. My email address is iamawinner524@gmail.com. That's iamawinner524@gmail.com. My phone number, I'll give it out.
Okay.
It's my cell, 757-578-6813. 757-578-6813. If you are a business and you'd like to advertise it in any kind of way, hit me up. I'll get you on the radio. If you don't want to advertise right now, but you just want a jingle, jingles are us. That's me too. I can get you a jingle. I can get you a man's voice, a child's voice, a woman's voice, different accents. Hit me up, 757-578-6813. I'm on praise1049.com, 12 to 3, Tuesday through Friday, 10 p.m. Saturday night, Afro beats music, gospel, African, and Caribbean gospel music.
I love it.
Thank you, Cammie, for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. Well, this is not goodbye. You're going to be back?
Oh, good. Because I want to get all the women's names down. Because please don't feel slighted if I didn't call your name. It's so many of you. Pomnisa. I don't know her real name, but these names are flooding. So when I do come back, it will be in an orderly fashion.
There you go. She's going to do them in alphabetical order.
Yeah, I don't know about all
Make sure
that.
we get them all. She's going to make sure we get them all, okay? And she'll have a list and I'll have a list. We'll just go through it, okay? Sounds good to me. And guys, if you are interested in being on our show, if I have not reached out to you, please reach out to me. And it's the Cammie Grayson Show or Cammie Grayson authoress, because I am an author as well. But if you do want to be on the show for International Women's Month, I'm open. This is our platform for the month. So this is what we got going on.
Beautiful.
Okay,
Beautiful.
guys. Until next week, right here at SKST Radio. Tell them goodbye.
Bye. Till next time.
You're watching SKST Radio.